Welcome. Today I want to share a journey that began 35 years ago, a journey from fluid mechanics to the very structure of our lives. We will explore how universal mathematical laws, once used for engineering, can now be applied to optimize human existence. It started with a simple engineering question from my PhD dissertation: what is the shape of a body which has minimum drag? Engineers had struggled with this for years, attempting to find the most economical form for movement through a viscous fluid. But while we were running simulations, I realized nature had already solved this through billions of years of evolution. Take the profile of a trout. Perfected over eons, it coincides exactly with the low-drag airfoils developed by rational engineering. Nature ran innumerable life and death experiments through gene mutation and selection to find nature's algorithm. My research asked, could human intellect discover in a short time what evolution took millions of years to perfect? Could we use mathematics and computation to evolve optimal profiles without running billions of physical tests? This led me to a particular kind of beauty that mathematicians and physicists recognize instantly but struggle to convey. It's not the beauty of a sunset or a symphony, it's the beauty of an equation that reveals something profound about reality. These equations are beautiful because they are inevitable. Once you see them, you cannot imagine reality being structured any other way. In February 1988, working late into Connecticut winter nights, I derived an equation I thought was merely useful. It took me 35 years to recognize it was beautiful, and that beauty changed everything. The first beauty is that boundary equals domain. They are equal. Surface properties equal volumetric processes. What you measure at the boundary is exactly what flows through the volume. Local observation equals global integration. This is beautiful because it reveals a duality, two perspectives on the same reality that must give identical results. The second beauty is that tensors encode objectivity. This notation represents a tensor inner product. The energy dissipation function is a scalar invariant. Its value remains the same regardless of your reference frame. The tensor doesn't lie. No matter how you rotate your axis or change your perspective, the objective truth remains constant. This has philosophical depth. Suffering is real, not just perception. You can reframe your narrative, but if misaligned, the dissipation persists. The third beauty: the velocity gradient tensor decomposes into a symmetric part, deformation, and an antisymmetric part, rotation. Pure rotation creates no viscous dissipation. To dissipate energy, to change, you must deform. Neighbors must move relative to each other. In life, rotation is repeating patterns without growth. Deformation is actual transformation. It is costly, but it is the only way to evolve. If your life feels like you're spinning but not moving, you're in pure rotation. To transform, you must deform, and that costs energy. The fourth beauty explains why incremental progress works. Small changes are cheap, but large changes are expensive. The energy cost of change scales quadratically. Sudden overhauls create massive friction that systems often cannot sustain. This explains why incremental change works and radical overhaul fails. Sudden changes burn enormous energy and collapse under their own friction. Like New Year's resolutions overhauling everything at once, the total dissipation is catastrophic. The system collapses back to its old state. The mathematics prescribes change one boundary condition at a time incrementally along the gradient of steepest descents. My 1994 paper on minimum drag profile evolution revealed the deepest beauty. Optimization requires not just one field, but two. The state equation describes what is, the observable flow. The co-state equation describes what matters, the sensitivity field. The co-state is invisible, you cannot measure it directly, but without it, optimization, intentional improvement is impossible. This reveals that intention is not just a wish, it's a field equation. When you set a clear objective, you're defining a co-state field. At each point, this co-state field answers, if I could change the state here, how much would my objective improve? It creates gradients for action. The sixth beauty, the optimality criterion, requires both fields. Transformation requires the precise balance of both gradients. At optimality, these fields combine to a constant along the boundary, like equal and opposite forces creating equilibrium. No further movement can reduce the objective. This is the mathematics of karma yoga. Define your dharma, objective, compute what matters, co-state, observe reality, state, and act accordingly. You control your actions, the boundary adjustments, but you don't control outcomes. Accept the result, let the state evolve, and repeat. Why does the beauty of these equations matter? Because beauty indicates truth. As Paul Dirac said, a beautiful theory is more likely to be correct. This beauty isn't decoration, it's signal. The same equation connects turbine drag, financial volatility, and conscious awareness. Not through metaphor, but identity. The universe isn't running different programs in different domains. It's one set of laws expressed through mathematics of particular elegance, operating at every scale. My arc began with drag dissipation, extended to state-co-state duality, and eventually converged with options trading and Vedic philosophy. Nature was running the algorithm billions of years before I derived it. I didn't find analogies. I discovered the structure that was already optimizing our lives. You don't need to solve joint problems to benefit. But you must understand, your suffering is real and measurable. It's misalignment in your life domain. You need both state and co-state. Reality plus intention. Experience without direction is drift. Direction without grounding is delusion. Optimization is iterative, not instant. Define the objective, compute what matters, assess where you are, calculate the gradient, and adjust. Then repeat. If you persist with honest assessment and incremental adjustment, you will reach a better configuration. Not ideal, but substantially better and stable. This isn't positive thinking. This is using the same algorithm that shapes river channels, evolves species, and creates galaxies. It is universal. Ultimately, this leads back to witness consciousness, the central observer in the spiral of reality. Now you know the algorithm too. As Albert Einstein said, "The equations are more important to me. An equation is something for eternity." They reveal the truth of our reality. Beauty reveals truth. Truth guides action. Action optimizes existence. The equations were always beautiful. I just had to live long enough to see what they were beautifying. And now, I invite you to see it as well. This bridge between the quantum and the physical is yours to cross. Elevated intention over time creates the luck of favorable outcomes. From the drag of a turbine to the trajectory of your soul, the rules are the same. Optimize, iterate, and transform. We are engineers of our own lives, applying the logic of nature to the art of being. Thank you for your attention. May you find the beauty in the math that governs your journey. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. Together, let us explore the magnificent architecture of our world. Thank you. I am Dr. Ram Ganesh. May your path be optimal and your life be beautiful. Thank you for watching. Thank you.